Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Player Career Mode, and we're going to get straight into it.
Well, what a game we have in store for you today. The hype has been building all week and the fans are pouring into the stadium. The tension palpable. Stay tuned, we'll have all the action for you live from the Bernabeu here on EA TV.
This game of the episode is a Supercopa game against Real Sociedad, and this game was pretty tough, not because Real Sociedad was tough, but because I literally could not see where the ball is the entire time, and I genuinely had no idea where to be moving and stuff like that, and especially with our kits being completely white. Like, I don't understand why we didn't use the strawberry milk pink that we got, just to like not be similar to the snow. But you know, I guess whatever floats their boat. We try to make it 2-0 here, but he's offside, so that's unfortunate. But we do still end up securing the win at the very last second. I try to go for a shot there, it doesn't work out. We got that 1 minute of extra time. I asked for the ball here. I try to make a spin turn, but it ends up being a pass for my teammate there, Adley, and he ends up scoring, and he makes it 2-0. And not the greatest performance by me by any stretch, but a 2-0 win is a good enough win to continue in the Supercopa, because we always hope to win every trophy we can. Because that is the standard here. I feel at Real Madrid you can't really slip up on any trophies. But with that being said, the next match is actually versus Atletico de Madrid, and we end up losing, which is unfortunate. And we didn't even get to play in this one. And it wasn't a great defeat. It was pretty narrow, but it was a defeat nonetheless, and we didn't get the trophy, which is pretty sad. But we're now going to move on into the El Clasico, the second one of the season, which should be quite interesting compared to the first one. So let's get to it.
There is no bigger game in Spanish football, and they're certainly the two most successful teams with such passionate fans. Stay with us. We'll bring you all the action live from Catalonia as Barcelona face Real Madrid.
So yeah, we have the FC Barcelona versus Real Madrid El Clasico, the second one of the season, and we're still looking for that El Clasico hat trick. We've scored braces, we've scored at least one goal. But a hat trick against Barcelona is something that I crave, especially since they still have Ter Stegen in net, because he always gets joked on about being Ter statue and whatnot. And here, I try to shoot it first time because the defender was coming in, and it's not the greatest shot in the world. Here, I'm trying to just figure out where to go, and I end up getting that nice pass. Just blast that with my left foot for the first goal, and it's actually the second half now, because the first half not much happened, but this is how the game goes. The game doesn't really open up until a goal comes into play, and here I don't know why I just ended up jumping for the header and not and collapsing. I don't know what it is. Yeah, Pau Torres, sir. I think that's Pau Torres, but I might be wrong marking me there. And I try to maneuver around. I end up getting a shot here. I was surprised it actually goes in. Some of my finesses tend to end up hitting the goalkeeper's hands instead of the back of the net. But here, our fortune for us is a bit different, and we get a nice over-the-top through ball, and we finally score our first El Clasico hat trick. And Barcelona had no real response this entire time. I can't really say much about them and their performance. especially with the fact that we're technically at the Camp Nou, but obviously it's not the actual Camp Nou because of the PES licensing, the eFootball licensing deal that they have with Barcelona. But it's still a nice thing to have, especially as a Real Madrid player. A hat trick against the great rivals in their home stadium is nice to have. And with that being said, that is the end of the irrelevant gameplay. I would say, the La Liga, the Supercopa, after crashing out, is now technically irrelevant, but there's a floating ball there. I don't know. But the more important games for me personally are the Champions League games, and we're actually gonna get a taste of that coming up in the episode. But first, we do have the January transfer window, the last 10 hours, and I feel like this part of the transfer window is like my favorite part, because the transfer window is open like throughout the entire month, but we never get to go through like hour per hour type thing. And I feel like this kind of coincides, I guess, with like how similar it is in real life. A lot of last minute transfers and whatnot. The final hours, people get really excited. See if something comes in last minute. In the last couple hours of the transfer window, But with that being said, though, we are in the winter transfer window, so I wouldn't expect too many transfers. I would expect a lot more during the summer, because that's when all the cash comes in, all the money comes in, and teams can actually get some deals across, get some paperwork done. But it turns out there's been a lot of spending. Only 2 hours gone in the final 10 hours, and the window has already at like nearly $500,000 USD, which is crazy to think about, because during the summer you see that kind of spending, and we've already crossed over the 500 million mark. And look at that, Harvey Barnes going to FC Bayern. Just crazy. There's a lot of news about me getting monitored from a lot of teams. Piemonte Calcio there, which is Juventus. In previous FIFAs, I would be very excited to see if Juventus would come in for me, because it's Juventus, it's a giant in the Serie A. But when the article says Piemonte Calcio is coming after you, I really can't just do anything besides laugh at that. And we actually get a transfer offer from Spurs, and immediately I'm just like, there's no way you will catch me joining Spurs in this career mode, in the next career mode, in previous career modes. Like, I'm never going to Spurs. I've never gone to Spurs, and I don't plan on changing that anytime soon or at any point in the future. So, as you saw before, we got into the club news just to see that there is still a bunch of talk about people trying to pick me up for their clubs, their teams, and whatnot. At some point I saw that there was a Chelsea article that was like, oh, we're interested in Falcon, and I'm like, oh my god, that would be a grand old opportunity for me. Chelsea, one of my favorite clubs in all of Europe, and I would do anything to land over there, especially with the fact that we never actually got to play Premier League football, and playing it with Chelsea would be a nice end to the career. But we're still here at Madrid. You see the stories there from Aston Villa trying to get me, but I don't think Aston Villa have the financial backing. But I could be wrong. I haven't seen what Aston Villa have done in the career mode. You know, maybe they've done some great business to be able to even afford me, because as you can see on the bottom right, 122 million just for my signature, which is a lot of money. But now we're actually into the final game of the episode, a Champions League first leg against Manchester City at the Etihad. Let's get into it.
This ought to be a game not just appealing to fans of the respective sides, but also to neutrals. Two of the best teams in Europe up against each other. It's Manchester City, they take on Real Madrid, and it's coming up next on EA TV.
So yeah, we got the first leg of our Champions League knockout stage, and this is the round of 16. So we have to go all out. We have to fight for it. You know, we can't go home with a defeat here, especially with the fact that you get the away goals advantage, and we don't want to come back to the Bernabeu and have to claw our way out versus Man City if they end up scoring any away goals over there. And so here we try to, you know, we have to go for the win. We have to bare minimum get a draw, bare minimum score a goal. But the best case scenario for us would be to definitely go for that win. Here I try to run around, but Ruben Diaz is just on my tail the entire time. I'm just too slow in a lot of situations. Here I get a chance, and Ederson makes a fantastic save to keep Man City in. Sterling there tries to get a chance. We clear it out, fortunately for us. And here I try to do a spin, get something off, but the AI defense is just like on top of me the entire time, and I really can't do much. There I try to avoid all the tackles to see if I can get a shot off, but unfortunately nothing comes of it, and we move on to the second half of the game. And here we get a nice over the top for, I think that is Vinicius. I get the ball there, but I can't really get a shot off. Here I come super deep back, and I ask for that nice through ball. And we do get that through ball, but unfortunately, I can't really get a shot off. I do try to use one of the triggers to get the person off of me as I'm running, but that's not good enough. And in this next opportunity, De Bruyne does make it 1-0 for Manchester City. Here I get a nice over-the-top ball, but unfortunately it bounces too much and too slow, and I never really get my foot under it to push it forward. And here I get a nice chance. I bury that with my left foot in the 87th minutes of the game to make it 1-1. And now this clash is it's going to be spicy, because in the next episode you will definitely see the second leg of this game, and you will definitely see how we move on. If we make it through, you'll definitely see the two legs, and if we don't make it through, then we'll probably have to replace Champions League games with at least some of the La Liga games, because we are not in any more competitions, unfortunately. You know, there's no other cups that we can fight for. It's literally La Liga and Champions League at this point. And you know, hopefully we can get both. That would be nice. It would be a nice send-off. You know, do the double, go to a different team, and see what we can do. But if we can't make the Champions League final, then I'll have to figure something out with myself. See if I want to move. See what teams are available. Maybe make myself be available on the transfer list and see what teams come in. But for right now, my focus is definitely on trying to get Madrid into the Champions League final. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the video. Obviously, as you can see on your screen, we have the two calendars. We have the January calendar there. There was a Barcelona Cup, but unfortunately I never got to play it. And in February, really wasn't much else besides the league and that one Man City game. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys in the next one. Please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see y'all later.